Well, yesterday the Wellington Cup was run in New Zealand. It was on a pretty heavy track, but you'll see a great staying performance here by Imaprince, who's now raced in Californian interests. He was sold after winning the St Leger in New Zealand last year. And if you're looking for an early tip for the 1985 Melbourne Cup, this might be it. Imaprince, we picked him up about the 1,000 metres in the Wellington Cup. It's a pretty even clip throughout, and it's a good staying test. Imaprince is actually the last runner at this stage.
1 length from Belfie, Secured Deposit bowling along in third place, is followed by Fountain Court, then Aptitude, Tranquil Sea, Terranora, Porky. One Eddie's Girl is next, is followed by Beaver Boy, then Mr Duthie, Kotari Chief, well followed then by Porky and Otakiri Maid. 2 lengths to Ruanuku, the favourite. Imaprince is last, and back there with a Chargolvin and Castaneda. They race across just on 600 to go in the Cup. It's Our Boyfriend, Secured Deposit. Belfie's flat now. They will follow then by Fountain Court, Porky drifting on the inside, making their runs. Aptitude, One Eddie's Girl and Tranquil Sea. On the corner they swing pretty wide to get some better ground, and Our Boyfriend about to be tackled on the outside by Secured Deposit, which went to the lead. They're followed then by One Eddie's Girl, unwinding strongly down the outside. It's followed further out by Kotari Chief, then Manchu and Chargolvin. It's Secured Deposit and One Eddie's Girl levelling up on the outside. 200 to go. She's hit the front. One Eddie's Girl is Imaprince unwinding with a brilliant late run. And it's One Eddie's Girl. Imaprince is grabbing it. Secured Deposit battling hard the inside. Imaprince, Secured Deposit. Imaprince has won the Cup. Secured Deposit, One Eddie's Girl, Otakiri Maid, Kotari.
That was a finish reminiscent of Kiwi's effort to storm home and land the 1983 Melbourne Cup, so Imaprince might be the one to keep in mind in November later this year. That's all we have in racing. Just a note that I've been in touch with Alan Bailey, who's Neil Williams' master, and he reports that the Star Apprentice is still hopeful of riding at Eagle Farm tomorrow. He'll probably test out his injured knee late today or early tomorrow morning before making a final decision. But that's good news that Williams is quietly confident that he'll still be able to take his place at Eagle Farm tomorrow. Don't forget, we've got at the Eagle Farm a meeting tomorrow and Doomben on Wednesday, and the Burnborough Handicap at Doomben next Saturday. So it's another big week coming up in racing. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene. And
so sorry that, that's such is life anyway.
That's the way it goes. Well, congratulations. We're all looking forward to that big one tomorrow. The weekend's going to be good for that too.
Well, hopefully, I think we're all looking forward to it, and it's nice, the way we play.
But he certainly was feeling no pain after the Burleigh Bay, in front soon after the start, and fought on courageously to defeat Arctic Haze and Who's Calling, who I thought had every chance.
Just off the pace, Whipcott Rocket caught out a little bit wide, and Limeway immediately drops to the rear. Running onto the first corner, 1,400 metres left to go, and Burleigh Bay takes over now, about a length in front of Arctic Haze, and Prance is a half length away third. Whipcott Rocket still trapped out very wide, and he's sliding up into second place. In fact, he may be going to try and lead on him, Whipcott Rocket. Going off quickly, Whipcott Rocket. Prance has now popped the big question. Arctic Haze is going for a run in the middle, finishing pretty well, and Who's Calling on the outside. 150 metres left to go. Burleigh Bay's forward on. He's about a half length in front of Arctic Haze, Prance, and Who's Calling on the outside. But Burleigh Bay's in front. Yes, he's getting away from them again, close to home. He's going to win it. Burleigh Bay first. Burleigh Bay beats Arctic Haze. Third, Who's Calling.
Burleigh Bay and Neil Williams successful in the opening event. The runner-up Arctic Haze I thought was a shade unlucky. Mike Pelling claimed the horse was just a little field shy coming towards the home turn. We'll show you the slow motion here, and you'll notice Arctic Haze, who's running third on the fence, loses considerable ground from after the 800-metre turn to the home turn. Now he's running fourth at this stage behind, and Some Charm, the Killarney killer, was expected to shine here, but he was disappointing. He had every chance. I thought Paul Hamblin handled him well on the fence, turning out of the straight.
Into third place, followed by Wellington Road, Magic Cobbler, and Grey Colnik immediately drops to the rear. Running to the winning post the first time, Bucking Rippers cleared away from them now. He's about 2 lengths in front. Spring Pride in second place, Some Charm third, Magic Cobbler fourth on the outside. Wellington Road getting back to second last, and Grey Colnik's last. On the turn out of the straight, just short of 1,600 metres to go, Bucking Rip the leader. There doesn't look to be... On the outside is Magic Cobbler, followed by Some Charm. He's fourth on the rails, and then Wellington Road. Last of all is Grey Colnik. Still no path. Spring Pride running second. In third place on the outside, Magic Cobbler. Now, Some Charm was able to ease off the rails. Spring Pride is moving a little bit closer on the outside. Wellington Road has gone through to be third on the rails, followed by Siggy's Nose in front of Bucking Rip. Grey Colnik's after Some Charm on the outside. Then Spring Pride, Wellington Road, and Magic by Grey Colnik. Grey Colnik's way out in the middle of the track, but he's reached the lead now. He's about a length clear. Yes, he's starting to race away from them, the little grey. And Grey Colnik's going on to win it by 3 or 4 lengths. Some Charm in second place, then Wellington Road, but they hit the line, and Grey Colnik has scored easily. Wellington Road probably third.
was Grey Colnik successful in the second event from Doomben. The third was the graduation over 2,045 metres, and a lovely ride here from Gus Philpott on Lady Ivil. She drew barrier 10. She's in the green and gold colours with the white turning out of the straight, and holds down third place until they turn for home, and just gets up to defeat Lord Hussar and Handicap.
Getting back to second last, Noble Lad and Handicards at the rear. Going to the turn out of the straight. Lord Hussar, the leader. He wants to hang a little bit. He's running away from the rail. He's about a length and a half in front of Amazing Gift and Lady Ivil third, and Brown Cobbler going fast on the outside. He looks as though he's going to lead Brown Cobbler. My Flyers midfield on the rails, and then Pedro's Tigress. Mr. Bunchy well back with Gerald Road, Handicard and Noble Lad. 1,400 metres left to go. There's a bit of speed on now. Brown Cobbler, the leader, about 2 lengths in front of Lord Hussar, who's pulling very hard in second place. He's pulling the boy out of the saddle at the moment, and those leaders have raced away from the rest of the field in front of Amazing Gift. Pedro's Tigress picking up ground quickly, and Noble Lad improving his position on the outside then. Gerald Road. Back along the rails is Lady I, My Flyer, Handicard, and Mr. Bunchy's last. Just short of 1,000 metres to go. Brown Cobbler about 2 in front. Lord Hussar still pulling very hard. 2 lengths away third is Amazing Gift. On the outside, Lady Ivil, Lord Hussar just behind them, and then Amazing Gift. Handicard just inside, Lord Hussar just in front. On the inside, Lady Ivil coming at Lord Hussar now. It's Lord Hussar and Lung Gift or Handicard.
Stout staying performance there from Lady Ivil, and a great ride from Gus Philpott.
And Duffy's quite prepared to take a trail on Ring of Melody in third place. Tassie Girl, Amy's Lady outside of Rushmack. I'm a Finito, Cooper Queen, then Kanani's Glove, and Just a Dot's last of all. Girl second, a neck back third on the rails with a beautiful run. Ring of Melody, 2 lengths round, and then Rushmack, Amy's Lady, I'm a Finito, Kanani Glove, and Just a Dot as they straighten up. Oh my gosh, the leader, the run coming now for Ring of Melody. She's finishing gamely. Cooper Queen on the outside, running on strongly. 200 metres left to go. Oh my gosh, Ford on. She's about a half length to Queen. Oh my gosh, she's kicked again on the inside. She's kicked away from them, and she's got it won. Oh my gosh, first, second Melody, third home Cooper Queen.
Williams, as usual, in dynamic form there. We'll have a look at the slow-mo of the start here. You'll notice Cooper Queen is slowly away. She did very well to finish third, in fact, and her rider, Lane Yeomans, felt that perhaps that just made the difference. That's her on the inside of those 2 last horses, just about the one behind Cooper Queen. She does get a lovely run up on the inside after this, but certainly that tardy getaway. And it went to Roro, and a blistering performance. He led throughout. Gavin Duffy had him quickly on the move out of the barrier, and he really put the issue beyond doubt before the home turn. Noble Jones and Defalace made up ground to fill the placings. That's Roro spearing to the lead soon after the start.
Going fast, Emperor's Fury drifting back to midfield. Excitable Lady caught a little wide. Then Star of Army on, Stars and Riches. 5 lengths in front, and he's racing away from them. He's burning up the track, Roro, and he's going to win it easily. Roro first, second Noble Jones, and third Defalace.
I thought the effort of the runner-up Noble Jones was also very good, and we'll show you now just why it was a good run. Noble Jones drew awkwardly. He wasn't all that well served at the start, and you'll notice him in about 7th place at this stage, 3 wide. He covers plenty of ground in the middle stages of the race, and inside now. And I think Noble Jones is just going to take plenty of benefit from this run also. It was his first since December the 15th, and I like the way he came to the post after covering that extra ground from an awkward barrier. I think you should stick with him next start. The 6th event was the General Jackson's Flying, and Topfella came from well back in the middle part. The unlucky runner was the favourite, Prince Frolic, but no doubt that he should have scored decisively.
Some unit going very keenly apart, races through to join Curie and Lord Reese, and the 3 of them are stretched across the track. Prince Frolic's gone up into a little bit of a pocket. He's just going to need a touch of luck from there as they fly all over the top of them. There's about 8 horses contesting the lead, and he can't get a crack at them. Royal Crest went to the lead. Topfella down the outside, swooped on him. Topfella's raced up to go to the lead from Royal Crest. Prince Frolic's getting clear when it's all over, flying home, but Topfella...
And young Darren Goff, who completed a double there with a nice patient ride on Topfella. He scored earlier on Grey Colnik. But we'll show you the slow motion now, and you'll just see how unlucky Prince Frolic was. He goes up on the inside here in about 5th place of one clearly. He's still to go to Sydney, and he's going to be set for the Doncaster Handicap, and I think he'll do Queensland proud in the south. He's a very, very smart 3-year-old. 7th event was the Presidential Ballroom Novice. Inaspace motored home from well back to defeat Luck Jays, who I thought was a little unlucky. Luck Jays actually the last horse at this stage. He circles the field and battles on strongly for second.
He leads narrowly on Rego Golden Star. Still a Secret. By Harass began quickly. Fourth, Rocky Vale going to fifth. And sixth and about 6 wide is Flash of Colour. Loriana, Splendid Flight and a Dewey just behind them. Intingo's next on the rails. Luck J's. He's gone up into third place. My Harass fourth outside of Still a Secret. Then Dewey, Flash of Colour. Loriana's next on the inside, and then Splendid Flight followed by Inaspace. Ripple Creek giving them a long start as they run onto the home turn, and then Intingo and Zama Table straightening up now. They've got 350 metres to go, and Luck J's, he's raced to the lead on the outside. He's about 2 lengths in front of John's Magic, Rego Gold, My Harass. Here's Inaspace with a big run right down the outside, and then Dewey. Splendid Flight was next. Here's Inaspace coming out after Luck J's. Luck J's about a neck in front. Inaspace is swamping him at the end. He races past him, and Inaspace is going on to score easily. Inaspace first, Luck J's second, third, Splendid Flight, Ordinary Dewey.
In the end, it was a pretty easy win to Inaspace, but Luck Jays did a lot of work after being one of the last out of the barrier. In the middle part, he was circling the field out 3 and 4 deep and burned up a fair bit of petrol. We'll show you now Luck Jays in the blue and gold colours. Yeah, but I'll ignore it. The 8th event was the early American in graduation, and Woolunda won for the bookies here because the favourite Hoist Your Own sensationally back to start 10 to 9 on. Hoist Your Own a little bit slow away, second last here, but he quickly got up into a lovely spot, and I thought he had his chance from the 600 metres. Woolunda.
Now pop the big question. He's running on fairly well. Herbaceous going for a run on the inside. A Gleam just in front. Here's Woolunda coming into it with a great run on the outside. A Gleam in front, tackled immediately by Woolunda, and Woolunda's raced to the lead now from a Gleam and Hoist Your Own, then Even Seal, but it's Woolunda racing away from them close to the line. He's going to go on and score easily. Woolunda first, tight second and third, Even Seal second, Hoist Your Own third.
Yes, Woolunda, he loves to race like that. Plenty of speed on up front, and he came with a withering burst in the straight to score nicely, and well ridden by Shane Scriven. A look now at the TAB information from Doomben yesterday, and the double numbers, 9 and 10, and the dividend there, $145.20, and a great treble dividend, 2, 9 and 10, $2,628.90.
Well, Bart, we saw some of the racing spotlight stolen from Brisbane yesterday, and a huge crowd at Callaghan Park to see the bush galloper, the bush champion, and they call him the Mercedes.
Racing now here in the Capricorn Stakes, Rockhampton, and the champ Picnic in the Park, zooming away on the outside, leads the way, crosses onto the rails, and he's going to try and break this track record of no involvement. Picnic in the Park by 2 lengths in front of Park, zooming away again. He's got about 100 metres to go, and Picnic in the Park, he's flattened him out now, and Picnic in the Park will come up and literally bolted in. Daylight second, Leia Sun second, then followed back by Say Goodnight, Draw Bar, then...
Well, Bart, a lot of people have been saying that he obviously is a pretty good horse, but we haven't seen him on the Metropolitan tracks yet.
Yes, Pat, I think he is an outstanding horse. I know he hasn't met outstanding opposition yet, but gee, he took 2 seconds off the track record there, and you could see that he wasn't really comfortable on the sand track at Callaghan Park. And I think the sky's the limit. I spoke to Malcolm Raby, his trainer, this morning. He's going to get him ready for the Elders Handicap, and he's going to try and get in the back door by not winning too many city races and qualify in one of the special races leading up to the Elders, a race that exempts him from the ballot. So I think he gives Queensland...
Looks like he'll do it. Is he sticking to his original plan now of going to Mackay and then Townsville?
He's taking off for Mackay at 6 o'clock in the morning. He's going to spend the next fortnight there. He's going to... he wants to base the horse there for a couple of weeks to get him used to the water. He's having some problem getting the horse to drink to the punch there. You're the one who doesn't have any trouble with a thirst. At Picnic in the Park, he's going to walk that record in.
OK, Bart. Well, a little later on today, a stutter in the preparation for the Inter-Dominion specialist, Gamalite.
I don't think there's any doubt over him just at the moment, Peter.
Elegant Sylvania Girl on the outside, and then comes Born Racer at a length of Vainglorious. Over the rise, Swelligan is putting the pressure now to Super Swift, but the favourites are half length in front. A length the Born Racer, and then comes on the inside Vainglorious. The leader is Super Swift, but Swelligan on the outside trying hard to pick her up. It's Super Swift hanging on to a lead of a half. Swelligan well clear of Lady Magenta, and the first favourites home. It's Super Swift winning at about 3/4 of a length again.
Second event was the Hall Stand Handicap, the first of Dipman's quartet of winners, and a great ride here on Essential, who was awkwardly placed coming to the turn. On the inside running fourth, you'll notice Dipman weave between runners and really lift Essential home over T-Biscuit.
And Shorten really popping the question to Tulsa Knight now. He leads a length and a half on the late mail to Brother Peter. Tulsa Knight's been headed by both T-Biscuit and Brother...
But in the end, he clearly held off Timothy, who really attacked the winner from the 300 and couldn't make any impression. Wonga Prince and Mick Dipman. Audio here, I just remembered. This is Wonga Prince clear. You'll notice Dittman feel for the whip here. It looked as though the favourite was in some trouble as Timothy on the outside. Wayne Harris just hands and heels at this stage, and Dittman really hard at work on the favourite. But Wonga Prince held this half-length advantage right to the post, although Timothy fought on. He was never really going to pick up the leader. Rivage just wobbles a little bit, shifts away from the inside, but she showed great courage in the straight to defeat Delphine. The favourite, Avon Angel, had her chance. She made up ground in the last 100 metres and certainly shouldn't be discarded despite her defeat at odds on.
Beatman on Avon Angel, and on the outside battling on his Satin Sand. Avon Angel's under it. Delphina raced up to Rivage. Avon Angel behind them with Satin Sand, Delphina and Rivage. A length and a half, Avon Angel. By golly, Rivage is giving plenty. Rivage in front of Delphina and
Red Anchor, the great 3-year-old, looks set for a tremendous autumn carnival. His first up performance here is good. He actually...
Wayne Gold, Acacia and Eastern Bay. Around the turn and up the rise at the 350, and here comes Red Anchor after Northern Reward and Nosy Parker to take the lead. Here followed by Eastern Bay. Red Anchor in front past the 200 metres. Dittman about to go for him. Lacazier on the outside about 3/4 of a length away, but Dittman shows Red Anchor the whip, and he left Lacazier lamenting. Lotka Star will...
On Red Anchor had a few worries, but not so the punters who backed Inspired in the next event. He started 11-4 on. He had his chance from the home turn, but he was very disappointing in the straight. He opened at such short odds because his stablemate at sea was a late scratching. Inspired in the yellow and black colours inside at this stage. That's the Queenslander Pete's Choice, highballing along in front. He showed great courage to go under narrowly to Chimes Square.
Inspired now as they top the rise. Pete's Choice coming back to Chimes Square.
Queenslander Pete's Choice, whose effort was very good. Then came the 7th, and it was win number 4 to Dittman when Fan the Fire held off Blackie Jack. It was a great... These two had in the final 200 metres, but once again it was Dittman's vigour which carried the day on Fan the Fire. He's in the blue colours, moving up 4 wide at this stage, and soon after takes over.
Long margin off to Vibrant Elf as they come up the rise. Farrago's about 4th last, 300 out, and here's Dittman Fan the Fire. And Fan the Fire quickly swept to the front from Dandy Circle. Blackie Jack on the outside, battling on with Coomboy and Scarlet Diamond. Fan the Fire, is his condition going to hold out? Blackie Jack's coming at him now from Coomboy. Fan the Fire, a nose in front of Blackie Jack. Fan the Fire giving plenty. Dittman's going to lift.
Very smart 3-year-old. He raced here last winter, and he looks though he's coming up very well this autumn. And Noble Peer was actually a little slowly away, but Ron Quinton hustled him through to take up a good position, and in the straight he was just much too good for his opposition. He's the grey, racing in blinkers for the first time yesterday on Quinton's ration, and it certainly improved Noble Peer's performance. He defeats the leader, Lofty Bear, and Hail and Shine.
Length and a quarter on Cobbler's Fear. In third position on the outside is Il Rubino, followed wider out by Sir Eden. Wage Freeze looking for the run in company with Hail and Shine. Noble Peer to the outside with French Tip and 2. Read all about it under the whip. At the 220, Lofty Bear leads. Noble Peer is the immediate challenger. Quinton getting down to punch out Noble Peer. He draws alongside Lofty Bear to head him off. And the favourite's racing away. He's a pretty promising colt, Noble Peer. He's about 2 lengths on Lofty Bear. Hail and Shine. Will he get up for third from Wage Freeze? Very tight. But...
Tidy performance there from Noble Peer. I think he's one that's going to score again in the next couple of starts. Now look, the TAB information from the Randwick meeting yesterday, 13 and 5. The Mick Dittman double, $5.70, and 3, 13 and 5. The treble combination, $35.90.
And it certainly was a day.
Oh, wait a minute. The extra double, they're pushy here, I'll tell you. We have a look at the extra double again. The extra double from Randwick, 6 and 7, $81.50. Pretty sloppy performance, that.
Can I go now, Mark?
Yes, your turn.
Thank you. Well, it certainly was a day for the jockeys to remember.
Style Girl, Club Flush and Centaurea.
Monday night on State of Fair, an exclusive interview with ice magicians Torval and Dean. If they enchanted you then, you'll love them now. Torval and Dean, Monday, State of Fair.
The Germans are coming.
Yesterday was taken out by Base Fee, who was solidly back to start the 5-2 second favourite. Handy at the turn, and it's too strong for Richburg, who gets a lovely run up on the inside. The favourite, Bow Mistress, very disappointing.
Back at the rear with Bow Radiant. At the 600 on the corner, Aerolino a length and a half to Base Fee up running second. Richborg travelling very well on the rails. Bow Mistress not going all that well. Then Glen Morriston, Count Ajax, Top Mono and Bow Radiant. Aerolino left the rail, at the outside, and Richborg getting the run on the rails. Bow Mistress is struggling, and now Count Ajax coming home well. Aerolino grabbed by Richborg. Base Fee on the outside, under pressure coming at it, and then Count probably just gone to Aerolino in front of Count Ajax.
Opening event to Base Fee, and the second went to Ankara from the Colin Hayes stable. Swept up in the centre of the track about the 200 metres and went on to score pretty impressively from Pochinella and Cromarty Bay.
Royal Message tucked in on the fence, a length and a half, Cromarty Bay. Then Lord Stain, My Yukon River, Roby's Pride, and last of all, tailed off, is Peckham a Guess. Ben Criado led into the straight, but only about 3 lengths now to Pochinella. Royal Message getting up on the fence.
And in the final 300 metres to go under by a length and 3/4 to the favourite. That's Beachgown, the winner, racing one off the fence at this stage.
On the corner, Beachgown under Double Wraps and Lost Art together from Normandy Bay. The outer, Clear Lady looking for a run. Then Camelot lead. Moved away a length to Lost Art, and then 2 lengths to Normandy Bay, Shankhill Lass, and then Clear Lady. But Beachgown striding right away with 200 to go, raced out 3. A good run. Sky of Stars third.
Yes, it was quite a good run, Shankhill Lass. I think she's one to follow. Fourth event was the members' handicap, 50 metres to make it quite an exciting finish.
Then on Quantro, and they were followed by Bean Jolie, Great Actor, Radiant Lord, and tailed off is into the straight now is Maid of Lorraine. Reject took the lead from Martian Sun as they straightened, and then Royal Martian Sun went up to take a narrow lead now. Sleepy Jim trying to get out. Reject fighting back. Martian Sun and Reject are 2 lengths in front of our Silver Town, and Sleepy Jim now to the outside. Martian Sun in front. Reject fighting back from Sleepy Jim. It's Martian Sun and Reject going stride for stride. It's Martian Sun just got his head in front as they get near the line, and Martian Sun might have just won at a half head to Reject. Not far away on the outside is, let's see, Sleepy Jim and
Martian Sun taking out the members' handicap. Then came the Orr Stakes, and Fine Offer was just at a shade of odds on. He didn't look any good thing when they straightened, but he really came with a well-timed burst to defeat his stablemate French Current, who ran a very good race, and Bin Binga taking out third.
On the corner, 5:50 to go, and the leader in the slot, Pride of Kalina looking for the run. West Mayo on the outside. French Currents drop back behind them from Red. He's 2 lengths in front of Fine Offer and Penny Edition. Fine Offer picking him back, and French Current getting up in the centre. French Current and Fine Offer race to the lead, the stablemates. It's Fine Offer taking them about a neck to French Current. Very close for third here. Penny Edition, Ikea, Bin Binga and West.
Sixth event was the Blue Diamond Prelude for the Colts and Geldings, and Acumen was the favourite at 5-4, but he was clearly outpointed on the day by the aptly named Touch of Genius, who's in front and travelling smoothly at this stage, really going boldly in the lead, and he defeats Acumen by 4 lengths.
A nice run up on the rails. Acumen now to be a third or fourth, and then Naylord, Jackson Square round the outside, and then Insatiate and Eminency a long way back. In the straight now, and Touch third, then Vahumanar.
Touch of Genius blitzed his rivals there. The 7th event, the Autumn Stakes, and Brave Salute was the popular elect here, but he was pretty disappointing. He finished in 4th place. Testimony, the horse with the white blaze, running third at this stage, runs on powerfully to defeat Miner's Man. Oh, just stumbled there, Miner's Man. In the blue colours running 4th. He gets a lovely run through, but Testimony too good over the final part.
Viva Vane, Great Poet coming at them. Miner's Man looking for a run on the inside. Brave Salute, he's getting to work on it on the outside. With 300 to go, Miner's Man had got...
Din ended the day a winner, the top apprentice, and he steered Bev Rose to an all-the-way victory. Miss Marcher and Brahms Lullaby both had ample opportunity to run down the leader in the final 400 metres, but she was too good. Came from a wide barrier, Bev Rose to lead, and clearly the honours with her.
Bev Rose is just the leader. From Stratosphere, 3 deep, Brahms Melody, Brahms Lullaby, 4 wide is Miss Marcher. They're followed by Kapari on the inside, and back behind them is Simply Me. 300 to go, Bev Rose, Stratosphere, Brahms Melody, and on the outside, Miss Marcher fighting it out. Bev Rose kicking back has taken the lead from Stratosphere, Brahms Melody. Miss Marcher struggling on the outside, and a gap to Caramilla. With 100 to go, Bev Rose in front, Miss Marcher trying hard the outside, but Bev Rose is going on to win. Bev Rose beats Miss Marcher by 2 lengths. Brahms Melody, Brahms Lullaby's just run third, I think.
There were the 8 events from Sandown yesterday. I look at the TAB information now, and the double numbers, 8 and 6, paid $17.20. The treble, 1, 8 and 6, $65.30. And the extra double from Sandown, 9 and 13, paid $617.20.
And, of course, the racing action didn't stop there, because in Adelaide yesterday at Morfordville, Lester Piggott, who's won 28 classic races in England, made it his first classic.
Beetle off the track, Spirit of Kingston gets a split in the middle, and down the outside, Katie Kate, they're homeward bound in the Australasian, and Spirit of Kingston has barged up to go to the front with Katie Kate. Over on the inside, Star Style Girl, Club Flush and Centaurea. It's Katie Kate just shading Spirit of Kingston with 100 to go. Katie Kate just the leader, late on the scene, Centaurea.
Centaurea getting the money there, and but the man's thinking of retiring, but on that ride, why should he?
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, he's coming out after Clever Me's fighting on. Hondomatic to the outside, making up ground. Clever Me's got them struggling at the moment. He's about a length and a half in front of our Compromise and Hondomatic. Clever Me's still the leader. It looks like go to woe for Clever Me. 2 lengths.
Clever Me, who will be set now in all probability for the Toowoomba Cup. And incidentally, the Cup to be run on March 23 this year will carry a prize of $20,000, courtesy of a sponsorship by the Metropolitan Permanent Building Society. And they got it wrong. Third event, the Lancaster Graduation. In a day of fast times, this was a really quick one. McGettigan took 1 second off the class record and scored when he landed some nice bets to defeat Mr Hunter by a short neck, and Bell on the Road battling on for third.
On to the top, and it's Red Mountain going to the lead. 1,600 metres left to go. He leads by a length and a half on Drury Lass, and McGettigan 2 lengths away third. K-Knight fourth on the outside of Mr Hunter. A length and a half to Portimao Bay. Bell on the Road on the inside of York Street. Then Luskin Prince and Prances last. 1,400 metres left to go. The leader, Red Mountain, he's bowling along out in front, leading by 3 lengths. Drury Lass running second. 3 lengths away third is McGettigan, followed by K-Knight. Mr Hunter fifth on the inside. 3/4 of a length to Portimao Bay. Further back came Ballina Road and then York Street. Well back Prance and Luskin Prince is last of all. Well, Piggott's trying for a go-to-way win on Red Mountain. He eases him up a little bit with 1,000 metres to go. He leads by 3 lengths now. Drury Lass in second place. McGettigan third, followed by K-Knight and then Mr Hunter, Portimao Bay. Ballina Road is next on the inside of York Street. Prance and Luskin 100 metres left to go, and it's Red Mick up ground. K-Knight is going forward. Mr Hunter is next on the inside of the Portimao Bay. Prance starting a run. Ballina Road next on the rails, and then York Street and Luskin Prince. Red Mountain still nicely clear, coming around the home turn. 450 metres left to go, and it's Red Mountain straightening up about 3 lengths in front. McGettigan running second. They're starting to close on this leader now. Third on the inside, Drury Lass. K-Knight 300 metres to go. Mr Hunter slowly but surely. Mr Hunter starting to pick him up. He's fighting on McGettigan. He's about a half length in front, hanging on to the lead. He's just a little too good. Yes, he's won it. McGettigan first. Mr Hunter second. Ballina Road third.
Pretty bold tactics by Lester Piggott on Red Mountain paved the way for that fast time by McGettigan, but it was an exceptional time, and seems McGettigan now is right at his top, and he might be able to score again. Fourth event was the Manson 2-year-old, and a game performance here from Sweet Piper. She's been very unlucky at recent starts. Yesterday, luck went her way, and she pegged back the favourite Melinda Lady in the last few strides.
Melinda Lady spearing through in the early part, going up to vie for the lead. Gold Smoke was a bit slow to get going, and he's dropped out last. There's Imperial Zephyr Zing, and he's raced away to be 3 lengths in front. Posada second. Melinda Lady a neck back third, followed by Royal Kildare on the inside of General Giuseppe. Extra Grand showing the green, and then Argent Dancer. Getting well back now is Star of Armion. He began okay, but he's drifted back to about 4th last. Sweet Piper well back as they come down the side. Second last at the moment is definitely next, and Grand Cindy last of all, or last of the main bunch. Gold Smoke about 20 lengths off last. Onto the home turn, just over 400 metres to go, and Williams is making his move on the favourite Melinda Lady, and she loomed up pretty quickly on the outside of Imperial Zephyr. Clear of the rest of the field, headed by Star of Armion. 250 metres to go. Flying on the outside, Melinda Lady and Sweet Piper. Sweet Piper, she's rattling home. She lunged to beat Melinda Lady, and Grand Cindy third.
Desperate finish there by apprentice Carl Simons to lift Sweet Piper home over Melinda Lady, and it was a very neat ride by young Simons on Sweet Piper. She was awkwardly drawn, and he manoeuvred her over close to the fence very well, and then produced that well-timed finish. That's the first 4 from Eagle Farm. Black Style to defeat Royal Crest, who was probably unlucky not to get the money, chalked up his 4th second in a row. Faunus actually in front at this stage, takes the sit to be second to the home turn.
Going to the lead, and it's Some Unit taking over with 1,000 metres to go, leading by 2 lengths now. In second place, Faunus. Paint the Town Red is a length away third. He's a Warrior, just copped a check, lost Little Pete. Domenio's second last, and He's a Warrior's dropped out. 5 lengths last. Heading down the side, 700 metres to go. Some Unit the leader, about a length and a half in front of Faunus, the favourite in the box seat as they run towards the home turn. Paint the Town red, followed on the outside by Plush Lady, and then Rapid World Crest back along the rails. Lord Reese pulled to the outside, starting a run now. 350 metres to go. Some Unit about a length in front of Faunus, who's now popped the big question. And here's the favourite looming up pretty quickly on the outside. He's tackling Some Unit now. Faunus coming up into third place is Gypsy Sis, and then Paint the Town red. Rapid time on the outside, but it's Faunus in front with 50 metres to go. He's clear. He's about a length and a half in front of Some Unit and the fun. Third Some Unit.
Sixth event, and the Lester Piggott fans were really cheering when the Gold Coast filly Monastar scored easily in the first division of the graduation. She had a lovely run from her inside barrier. Piggott had her away quickly, settled third on the fence, out at the right time after they straightened, and Monastar was far too good for her opposition. He scored by a length and a quarter from Bold Jester.
Centre Stone going up very quickly with Tactful Edition. Bold Jester settling about 6th on the inside there. Getting back in the field along the inside is Port Rio after beginning well. Malini settling about midfield on the outside, a quarter share. Great Current wide, dollar for dollar. Further back in the field then came Burleigh Bay. Infinite Air back about third last at the moment, second last, and Anari's last of all. Just on it on the inside. Fourth on the outside is Carsto, forward fast on the outside. Infinite Air is next, well back in the field, Kaloon Vale, Anari, Burleigh Bay and Avon Jet. As they come down the side, 650 metres out, Royal Tiffany the leader, kicked away to be a length in front of Stone. Monastar third on the inside, Cast Open fourth, and there's Great Currency. He's looming up quickly on the outside, going up to tackle these leaders. Malimi just behind them, and then Tactful Edition. Bolchester on the inside, Quarter Jet to the outside. Into the straight now, forced to go, and Piggott has taken Monastar, just running on fairly well. Royal Tiffany weakening out of it, down the outside, what a share, but it's Monastar in front, 150 metres to go. Lester's going to do it again by crikey. It's Monastar 2 lengths in front, and she's going to walk in. Monastar goes to the post to beat Bolchester pretty easily. Piggott eases up on her as they hit the line, and she scored by only a length. Monastar first, Bolchester second, tied for third, Malimi and Quarter Share.
Smart filly, Monastar, and she showed her true form yesterday. Seventh event, the Girl of Graduation, and Robert Crilly, who scored earlier on Clever Me, chalked up a winning double when he piloted Rich Duke home ahead of Plain Nonsense, whose effort was very good first up. Plain Nonsense burning across from a wide barrier in the purple colours to take up the...
Librella began okay going up, followed by Calligan, Chief War on the rails, and then Tamarind, and Our Statesman is last. As they head down the one, making a dash right around the field. It's even Seeley's gone from nearly last to take the lead now, and Cohen making time. Into the straight now, Plain Nonsense the leader, about a half length in front of Assans. Librelling on the outside, Cobb and Co winding up, he's making ground, and Rich Duke is getting a glorious run near the inside. He's flying through to join these leaders. Plain Nonsense tackled quickly by Rich Duke, 150 to go. Rich Duke has taken the lead from the outside, but it's all Rich Duke on the run home. He's clearing out from them. He's going to win it easily. Rich Duke first, Plain Nonsense second, tight third. Assans may have got...
Rich Duke, nice ride, the Crilly, and he's an underrated galloper. Then came the final event, and this was Leicester's crowning glory, scoring here on Bank Coin, much to the delight of punters. Good effort this by the 3-year-old. He sat 3 wide outside the leader throughout with 55.5 kilos, but still had too much in reserve for Colonel Scott, given every chance by Gavin Duffy.
Bank Coin second, and Colonel Scott began nicely. He's third. Icy Nip going up to be a prominent fourth, and Dave at fifth. Tiger Joy easing back just off the speed along the inside, and then Triple Rep. Followed then by Effectual, who's on the inside of Lucy Star Art Student. Cut a Bad Gun Trap right off the track. Caesar's Rock getting back was July Sheena. Noble Actors back about third last with Tales of Hef. Side Triple Rebel. David is next, followed then by Lucy Star, Effectual, Cut a Bad Gun, I Am Sheena. Over on the inside is Caesar's Rock, Sovereign Angel, Noble Actor. Fair Lenore well back as they head down the side. Second last, Tales of Heaven, Art Student is last. Onto the home turn, 500 metres left to go. Icy Nip has taken the lead. Here's Benel Scott about to be popped, the big question, and then Tiger Jet's gone for the whip on Bank Coin, and he's raced to the lead. 250 metres to go. Coming out after him on the outside. Locked together. Piggott's getting Bank Coin. He's got them again. It's 3 for the mighty Piggott, and Bank Coin wins it by a length. Bank Coin first. Second home, Colonel Scott. Noble Actor flew. He got third.
Pretty good combination, that. Bank Coin, a smart 3-year-old, and Lester Piggott, unquestionably a great jockey. And we just hope that we might see him here in Australia again later this year. He hasn't made up his mind yet, but it'd be great to see him back in action. They were the 8 events on the Eagle Farm card yesterday. I look now at the TAB information. And the double numbers are 2 and 2, $24 2 and 2, and the dividend there, $724. And take a little later in the program to look at the Canterbury and Flemington nailed right on the line. and out-jumped 100,000. About what you get a week, Pat, so I wouldn't worry you. The first event from Canterbury yesterday went to Comedy Star, and this was a pretty strong finish too. The favourite, Lady Zilla, led comfortably, kicked clear, and Comedy Star just lunged and scored in the last 50 metres or so.
Comedy Star, Spirit of Molokai debutant, then breakdancer Honey Row, Rhodes End, Valvalet and Bonnie Walker's last. 400 out as they round the corner, and Lady Zilla, the favourite, hanging a shade, leads about 3/4 of a length on debate. Stately Image in third position, followed on the outside by Heat of the Moment, Blazing Miss, and then Comedy Star and Rare Romance. 200 out, Williams pulls the whip on Lady Zilla, a length and a half, Comedy Star. It's starting to rattle down the outside, but Lady Zilla still in front, but Comedy Star's overpowering it. She's finishing right over the favourite, and Comedy...
Fifth stable there with Comedy Star. Second event went to Chamela, green colours again here, so the first two to the Irish. And Chamela, in a very impressive performance. This 3-year-old filly ran on very strongly. I think she's going to be better suited by more ground. She defeated True Girl.
A length Diplomatic Express cluttered away, followed by Coco Sand likewise. Marturus is pretty deep in company with Belshioga. Then comes Chamela and Tristram's Girl. They race into the straight, and Stately Queen is just in front. On the outside, Belshioga. Now Chamela. Chamela's race to the front, 150 to go. Tristram's Girl is battling on well.
They were the first two from Canterbury. We'll take a quick break and come back and look at the rest of the card.
Tuesday night,
the Canterbury action, we're up to the third, and it went to Champagne. He was the 7-4 on favourite. He looked to be struggling a little bit coming towards the home turn, then secured a beautiful run through on the inside, and even though he raced greenly, he careered away to score by 3 lengths. That's him in third place in the yellow colours on the fence.
And Tamblin's run out of breath. On the corner, 400 to go. This favourite would need to get a move on. The leader, Lord Renfrew, is hanging badly. Silver Champagne going through on the inside. On the outside, Schedule Plus hampered a shade by Lord Renfrew. Now Silver Champagne warming to the task. Inclined to race with his head on one side. He's kicked a length and a half now. Schedule Plus second, followed by Cool Nip, and then comes Lord Renfrew, but Silver Champagne going right on with it at the end. And Silver Champagne to the post wins at 2.5 lengths to Schedule Plus. Third, Cool Nip.
Should be further improvement in Silver Champagne. He raced a little greenly there, and he looks one for the future. Fourth event was the Quest Handicap over the 1,280 metres, and George Moore-owned Social Circle gets the money here. We apologise for the no sound on this. There's just a small problem. But needless to say, that Social Circle's going to the lead at the moment and travelling very strongly. And Jim Cassidy kept him going in the straight to score by 2 3/4 lengths from Credit Again, who was the leader coming towards the home turn. Cassidy just giving Social Circles 1 or 2 with the whip to keep his mind on the job, and the 4-year-old went right on with it. George Moore was at Eagle Farm yesterday, but there was a big cheer went up on the when the closed circuit video from Sydney showed Social Circles scoring very, very comfortable. And it was a pretty impressive win, and there might be another win or two in store there for George with that 4-year-old. Fifth event was the Underwood Cup. It went to Claim the Quest at the good odds of 25 to 1, defeated the very consistent Peaceful Joe by an eyebrow, with the odds-on favourite I Will just fading in the last 100 metres.
With I Will edging closer, then Claim the Quest pushing between them. One Peaceful Joe waiting for the out, and then Tuna 2, and a good margin away Kaita Hom, and Meteoric is last of all. The roughie Claim the Quest on the outside just leads I Will as they straighten. They've got the better of Essential and Like a Lunch. Here's Peaceful Joe running home, and then comes Tuna 2. Inside the 200, I Will fighting back to join Claim the Quest and Peaceful Joe on the outside. Claim the Quest and Peaceful Joe grabbed I Will. Claim the Quest just in front of Peaceful Joe as they hit the line. Claim the Quest by a nose. But it's...
Claim the Quest successful there. We'll take a break now. We've got to find some money for Pat Welch's expenses this week, and then we'll come back and look at the rest. Went to Crown and Anchor, narrowly from Ace It Up. These two had a tremendous struggle over the final 200 metres. Crown and Anchor just getting the verdict. Different class, battled on strongly for third.
Schofield starting to shake up Ace It Up. In third position, another 2 away Luskin Flight, and then Crown and Anchor, and 4 or 5 to Sir Centurion. Different class rounds the bend with 300 to go. He's a length and a half clear on Ace It Up, followed by Crown and Anchor, and behind them Luskin Flight. The rider pulls the whip on Different Class. Crown and Anchor and Ace It Up bridging the gap. Different Class joined by Ace It Up and Crown and Anchor. It's Ace It Up just in front of Crown and Anchor, kicking back. Ace It Up and Crown and Anchor hit the line. Bobbing finish. Oh, it's very close. Ace It Up in the middle and Crown and Anchor on the outside.
Was very close, and not just going to crown an anchor there. Then came the Clissold Handicap, another very good win here to Peach Gold. Showed great speed to get across, lead comfortably, and he went right on with the job. The Queenslander, former Queenslander, Gunyati, gets through on the inside to run second, and Wayne Gold battling on for third.
Further back is Nosy Pucker. Behind those next is Real Dream as they commence the swing. Luskin's Touch losing ground, and Bean there's only got three behind him. Around the corner they come, and Peach Gold, Cassidy going for home on the big chestnut, and Peach Gold by 2 lengths, Wayne Gold and Gunyati, and then Rising Prince and Real Dream, and the others headed by Nosy Parker, but Peach Gold, he's still in front. They're not going to catch him. What a good horse he is. Peach Gold 2.5 clear of Gunyati and Wayne Gold, and Peach Gold blitzes them.
The storm hit Canterbury just before the final event. It wasn't just that bet of 100,000 to 90,000 on. There was plenty of wind and rain. It does affect the quality of this film we've got here, and we only picked them up inside the 200 metres where Bletchway, the odds-on favourite, was all over a winner, but along came Spritely Native with a flashing finish to knock out the punter.
Bletchway's kicked about 2 lengths clear on the outside, China Garden with Party Spirit battling on, but the bloke that's taken 100,000 to 90,000 on with Bletchway's in trouble because Spritely Native is jumping out of the ground, and Spritely Native has nailed the favourite. Spritely Native gets up to beat Bletchway on the line.
I think the sales of brandy would have gone up markedly after that win there to Spritely Native. They were the 8 events from Canterbury yesterday. I looked now at the TAB information, and the double was 7 and 12, $321.80, a good dividend there. And the treble, 11, 7 and 12, a healthy $1,443 even. And the extra double from... back. The extra double from Canterbury, 1 and 3, paid $166 metres. The Sydney youngster raced a little greenly. He obviously wasn't completely at home down the straight at Flemington yesterday, but he was just a little too classy for Princely Reason. And have a look at the run of the third place getter, Chick Prince, who makes up a ton of ground in the final 100 metres.
About 2 lengths take your partner, half a length to No Parole, still pulling, and a length to Princely Reason, and they're 8 lengths in front of the others. Only 4 in it, 300 to go, and the leader is on the outside, Desolante, but Take Your Partner's run to it now, and No Parole's going with it, and then Princely Reason. Take Your Partner in front, he's had to go for the whip. Princely Reason challenging from No Parole. Reason very close for third. Chick Prince has got up a lot.
Yes, I think Chick Prince might be one to follow the fast-finishing third-place getter there, but Take Your Partner getting home. Second event, the Waltzing Lily Quality, and it went to Pam Phile. Came with a well-timed burst. They're very bunched here as they come onto the Harry White down the extreme outside.
Flash Shot needing a run in a bunched field, and on the outside, Pam Phile bumped into Madam Slipper with about 300 to go now. And here Golden Twig in front, but it's desperate under the whip, and Lyndhurst misses, grabbed it, and Flash Shot and Pam Phile down the outside. Flash Shot got to the lead, but Pam Phile's cutting it down quickly. Pam Phile raced to the lead as they got near the line, and Pam Phile draws away, eased up to win by about a half. Complete the double for Harry White. Flash Shot second, third Lyndhurst miss.
Stylish win there by Pam Phile. The third event, the Fentona Handicap, over 2,000 metres, and Estuary in the distinctive Jeff Murphy colours, the red and the black and white sleeves. Came with a nice burst in the straight to defeat Flying Eskimo, only in the last few strides, but it always looked from the 200 metres that Estuary was going to get the prize.
Still looking for a run, and Stroll back at the rear with Noble Run and Better Duke. In the straight they race now, and Charlie's Legend went up to tackle Silver Cavalier about 2.5 lengths to Heavenly Rise. Then Flying Eskimo putting in a good run now. Top Rate still can't get out, and wider out is Approbation, and Stroll at the head of the others. Flying Eskimo got to the lead with 200 to go from Silver Cavalier, but Estuary's out. It's a danger. It's Flying Eskimo tackled by Estuary with 100 to go, and then Silver Cavalier. Estuary raced up to Flying Eskimo. They're having a battle royal to the line, and they hit it. Nearly a dead heat, maybe Estuary and Flying Eskimo. Silver Cavalier third.
Estuary in the last couple of bounds. Then came the Lightning Stakes, and what a grand performer River Rough is. He looked beaten 100 times inside the distance. High Signal came to him, but River Rough just found something to hold on by a half head. Feeling Fit a good third, and the Queenslander Daybreak Lover in fourth place. River Rough one off the fence, just taking over here.
Joined now by Brinkman, and River Rough's taken the lead. Daybreak Lover moving up, and High Signal's got out now if he's good enough. Clark's got a good hold on River Rough at the 200. A length to High Signal coming out after him now. He calls on River Rough for an extra effort. He's a half in front. High Signal's getting him. River Rough in front, but High Signal's wearing him down. It's close. River Rough! He's fought back like the bulldog he is, and has won at a nose to High Signal. Third, Feeling Fit.
Tremendous courage there from River Rough to just hold on. The Blamey Stakes, 1,600 metres. Bookies took risks with Beechcraft. He still went out as the favourite, but he eased out to start 2-1. But he won nicely from Kiamari, who made up good ground. Ikea, solidly back to start 9-2, is actually the widest runner. He covered a ton of ground and not surprisingly dropped out.
On the inside, Torbeck, and then Ikea to the outside of Disco. Get Kiamari. Ikea's gone, and Beechcraft took the lead. Beechcraft drew a length in front, 300 to go from Penny Gambler. He's drawing away. Kiamari's running on, and then came Disco Gambler, but Beach...
By a couple of lengths and with a little bit in hand in a stylish victory. The sixth event, the Brookside Handicap and Follow the Light, might have been a topical tip. Backed in from 5s to 3s. Was clearly outstayed British and Cromarty Bay.
Afghan's Idol, and then British trying to get out from Stevens' Mate, and Lighthouse Watson, Follow the Light, took the lead, and the kid had a look over the shoulder at the 400. It raced clear, 2 lengths to Afghan's Idol. Cromarty Bay getting out on the inside, and then Stevens' Mate. Follow the placing Afghan's Idol and Stevens' Mate, and then British, but Follow the Light or loadings. Good race for the minor placings. British nearly got second from Cromarty Bay, and a nose to...
Follow the Light easily there. The 7th event, the Winslow Handicap and Ruby Hussar. Late burst by Sweet Trist, failed by a neck. It looked like Ruby Hussar most of the way down the straight. Nice time run to hit the lead about 80 metres out.
Then by Myro, who's running erratically. Ruby Hussar starting to work into the picture very nicely down the outside, and then French Influence from Sweet Trist. Who's the fairest at the 300? A length to Dark Rhythm, and Ruby Hussar coming at them on the outside. And the fairest still in front. Here's Ruby Hussar and Dark Rhythm. Ruby Hussar's finishing best. Raced up to join Dark Rhythm, and getting near the line, Ruby Hussar in front. A neck to Sweet Trist. Parade of Stars might have got third from Dark.
Nice finishing effort there by Sweet Trist, and could be one to follow. Final event was the Welter Handicap over 1,400 metres. A comfortable victory to Sapphire Lad. Fourth at the corner, hit the front about 250 metres out and strolled in.
Into the straight, Stratosphere a length and a half, nearly 2 lengths now to Bogan Lord. Sapphire Lad pulled out 3 deep from Ben Criato, then Howitzer. Valiant Club under the whip, and a gap further back, Bar Batten. Stratosphere clear, but Bogan Lord, and now Sapphire Lad tackling it on the outside, and they're well clear of Bar Batten. Sapphire Lad got to the lead from Bogan Lord. Howitzer's coming with a strong run on the outside, and wider out here's Clovelly Bay, but little Sapphire Lad, today's his day. Sapphire Lad clear of Bogan Lord as they get near the line, and then Howitzer, and Sapphire Lad's won it by 3 lengths to Howitzer. Bogan Lord or Clovelly Bay third.
There were the 8 events on the Flemington card yesterday. I looked now at the TAB information, and the double numbers were 1 and 3, $18 even the dividend, 1, 1 and 3 the treble, $23 even again, and the extra double, 3 and 6, 16 paid $25.70. That's all we have in racing this morning. On Tuesday, there's an Eagle Farm meeting. Wednesday, Bundamba, and Doomben next Saturday, and the BATC Stakes. And it's going to be a very good juvenile clash. It's the first time Russell has done that in the city area, but being pretty weary over the final 100 metres or so, but just had enough in reserve to hold off Ima Finito, who came from well back yesterday, in contrast to her previous couple of runs when she's been ridden for speed, and she seemed to relish the quieter riding tactics yesterday, and she fillies and mares graduations shortly. But this is Ken Russell and Pacific Plum taking
Ring of Melody's going very fast, and the early Plum is going with her. In fact, it's Pacific Plum now running to the lead, about a length in front of Ring of Melody. Lead walk 2 lengths away third on the inside of Cooper Queen. Another 2 lengths to Ima Finito, and Girouine is last. Running onto the first bend, 850 metre Ring of Melody, a half length to Cooper Queen to make ground, and Girouine's last. Heading down the side, 600 metres to go. Pacific Plum go, and Girouine's last. 300 to go. Russell riding along, hands and heels on Pacific Plum. She's about a length up in front of Cooper Queen, Ring of Melody. Ima Finito on the outside. She's about a length in front. Ima Finito's flashing at her as they hand. Pacific Plum in front. She's lasted to win it by a neck. Pacific Plum
used on his second winner, Even Seal, who pulled fiercely in about 4th place and took all of Russell's strength and experience to hold him in behind a few horses, and he finally took off about the 600, swept around the leaders, and over the final 200 metres, Even Seal was much too good for his opposition. He is inclined to race a little keenly with the blinkers on, but certainly on his form yesterday, he should score again. I thought the effort of the runner-up, Wing Clipper, was pretty good too. Came from well back, and Soncor battled on fairly for third. He's very consistent, Soncor, but he's finding it hard to break. White and blue colours on the fence now in about 4th place, and watch Russell has a real tussle with him from about the 800 metres.
2 lengths away, third, Soncor on the inside of Hangzhou, a length and a half to Even Seal, 5th. Then Copper on the outside of those leaders. In 3rd place behind them, Soncor. Even Seal now popped to the outside, putting in a big run. Then Hangzhou and Wing Clipper. Well in the straight, 300 metres to go. Copper Plate's gone to the lead, tackled immediately by Even Seal. And Evil's up on the outside to go to the front now. Hangzhou, Copper Plate battling on fairly well. Then Soncor and Wing Clipper, but it just pushed out with a whip at the end by Russell. He's far too good for them. Even Seal first, Wing Clipper second, Soncor third, then Copper.
Seal was getting a bit monotonous, but along came Ken Russell yet again in the 3rd event to score on Bold Jester. Nice ride, a little awkwardly drawn Bold Jester, but Russell manoeuvred him over.
Position 3rd. Orson next on the outside. He's caught a little bit wide at the moment. Then Bold Jester on the inside of Orson. A break of 2 lengths to Amazing Gift. Bold Jester on the outside. Then Gerald Road, Who's Calling, Navassa, Red Mountain, Luskin Prince, Darga Princess for the lead now. They're both pulling a little bit. They're 3 lengths in front of Bank Coin and Orson. Another 4 lengths to Bold Jester, who's on the outside of Amazing Gift. 2 lengths then to Gerald Road, who's on the inside there. Another length and a half to Red Mountain, who's picking up ground, followed by Straighten Up. Cafo joined quickly by Bold Jester, Who's Calling, Gerald Road on the outside, running on strongly. Then Amazing Gift. Luskin Prince to the outside, running into it with a good run. They've got about 250 metres to go. Who's Calling the outside, Gerald Road. Bold Jester on the inside. Luskin Prince is coming at them hard on the outside now. Bold Jester's just in front. He's going to do it again. It's the king of the coast, Ken Russell, 3 out of 3. And Bold Jester's won it by a half length. Second home was Who's Caught. Third in, Luskin Prince.
Whether he's the king of the coast or the doyen of Doomben, but he can certainly ride a winner, Ken Russell. Great strength there with the whip to score on Bold Jester. Then came the sensational Star Kingdom handicap. It went to McGettigan. There's no doubt that the favourite, Grey Colnik, should have landed the prize. Apprentice Darren Goff was subsequently suspended for 6 weeks for failing to ride his mount to the finish. More of that later, and Grey Colnik in the blinkers dropping out the last.
Going up to vie for the lead on the outside, and Bucking Rip settling about midfield, running to the winning post the first time. And Parakelia on the outside is sliding to the front now, leads by a length and a half. Lady Ivil settling a length and a half to McGettigan. Bucking Rip caught a little wide on the outside of Mr. Panga and McGettigan. Then Spring Pride, Wellington Road and Grey Colnik at the rear. It was out 3 wide, so rather than sit out there, he's just let him slide up into 2nd place. And he's over on him, and he's moved up to be 2nd on the outside of Bucking Rip now. A length and a half to Lady Ivil, followed by Mr. Panga, McGettigan, Spring, and Grey Colnik's just bowling along at the rear of the field. 1,200 metres second, 2 lengths away, third, Bucking Rip. Lady Ivil, 4th on the inside of Mr. Panga, then McGettigan, Spring Prof last, Grey Colnik. 1,000 metres out, no change in the order. Parakelia continuing to make play out in front, leading by a length and a half. Wellington Road's going okay in 2nd place. Bucking Rip a length and a half away 3rd. Mr. Panga's 4th on the outside. 5th on the rails is Lady Ivil. She's now starting to pick up ground, Lady Ivil. And then gather in these leaders. Down the side, 600 metres to go. Quickly on the outside, he's now 3rd. Lady Ivil, 4th on the inside of Bucking Rip. 400 metres left to go. Parakelia claimed first of all by Wellington Road. And now on the extreme outside, Grey Colnik coming at these leaders pretty quickly. Lady Ivil's going for a split in the centre. Then McGettigan, Bucking Rip, and further back Spring Pride. He's gone for the whip now on Grey Colnik. He's about a length in front. McGettigan is starting to pick up ground on him. It's Grey Colnik about a length in front. McGettigan can't reach him. Grey Colnik for 3rd.
Well, Darren Goff may not appreciate this, but we'll show you the slow motion now, and you'll notice about the 200 metres, Goff goes for the whip on Grey Colnik. He's inclined to shift ground, and he puts the whip away and goes hands and heels. In the meantime, he's fined for not straightening his mount. He goes in and causes interference to Wellington Road and then Lady Ivil. Now, at this stage, it's Grey Colnik, about a good length clear, and seemingly with the race well covered, and just relaxes on the... He has a look there. He's got... I'm sure young Goff is going to learn a lot from that experience. It's unfortunate, but he bounced back later in the day with a winner. We'll show you that the other side of this break when we have a look at races 5 to 8 from Doomben. And yesterday was the BA. It was the major event, and yet again Ken Russell to give him 4 of the first 5 races, and a very impressive performance on Abbey Jarrah. The disappointment was the 2's-on favourite Roro, who led comfortably but compounded in the straight.
Fury at Abbey Jarrah going fast with Hale Report and Emperor's Fury. Well in the straight now, Duffy starting to slap him up a little bit. Roro about 2 lengths in front. Abbey Jarrah's coming. Russell's gone to the lead on Abbey Jarrah, and the filly start. Fury will get 2nd. Tango flying from well back, I think 3rd.
Grand performance there by Abbey Jarrah. First start since November. She's sure to improve, and she's the early favourite now for the Golden Nugget Stakes at the Coast next month. Sixth event was his win, but nevertheless he did get home, and he's off to Sydney now to run in the Doncaster Hand.
5 lengths in front. Connor's Empire second. Royal Opinion a length away third. Followed by Curie on the inside of Prince. Down the side, 600 metres left to go. He's trying for an all-the-way win on Some Unit. Some Unit about 5 lengths in front. Connor's Empire, Royal Opinion starting to work out after. Knuckle look over the shoulder. They're starting to come out after him now. Some Unit starting to stop. Royal Opinion running second. Connor's Empire third. Prince Frolic pulled to the outside, given a couple of cracks with a whip. Some Unit still the leader. 200 metres to go. He's a length in front. On the outside, Royal Opinion. Topfella's making up ground. Prince Frolic's there in the centre. Hang him down. Prince Frolic's flying the last little bit. It's going to be a great finish. They hit it. Prince Frolic got up in the last stride and won it by a nose. Prince Frolic, I'd say, has beaten Royal Opinion and Some Unit.
Some people disappointed with Prince Frolic's effort, but he did win. He was a 3-year-old racing the older horses. We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stages, and he's just inclined to shift in a little bit under pressure. That's him, one from the outside. It's Topfella on his outside, the 4th place getter. Royal Opinion one in. Some Unit still the leader on the fence. Crilly's riding Prince Frolic hard. The 3-year-old's responding. He just was inclined to lay in a little bit on recovered, and well, while it wasn't a really eye-catching performance, trainer Barry Higgins felt the horse really needs a hard track to show his best, and yesterday's surface, while good, just had the sting out of it. So perhaps Prince Frolic can improve on that effort, and he certainly is looking for more ground. 7th event was the Baguette Novice, and Musical John was all the rage here. Started 5 to 4 on, looked to be a winner about 100 metres out, and then along came Surf's In Session with an absolute flying finish down the extreme outside. Another win to the Barry Higgins-Robert Crilly combination. Surf's In Session is in the reddish colours in front of only a couple of horses at this stage, and watch for him in the straight right on the extreme outside.
Music Dash now. He's going through to be second, about a length behind Rego Gold and Afro Woonak in 3rd place. Gold Cast Phil Sin next, and then Soto gave Princess Jan Loriana, followed by Just a Dot and Nijui on the outside, then Zama Table, Surfs in Session, some above, then Afro Woonak. Further back came Phil Sin, and then Talking Words. Music.
Surfs In Session had the bookies cheering there, scoring at 16 to 1 to knock out the odds-on pop Musical John. And the bookies were still cheering after the final event when Montpellier Prince and Darren Goff got home over Inaspace and Quarter Share. Nice to see Goff quickly back in his earlier nightmare on Grey Colnik.
Drifting back with Quarter Share and Inaspace in the early stages. Bold Avon showing plenty of dash, and Herbaceous getting up into a nice spot with a little bit closer. Herbaceous is next on the inside of Yare, and Grecian Vale caught wide. Then Montpellier Prince. He's picking up ground on the outside. He's out a little bit wide at the moment. Zama Zephyr next on the inside of Limeway. Then Quarter Share, Inaspace, Ponga and a half in front of Bold Avon on the inside of Pan Gold, Montpellier Prince. Then Herbaceous 6th on the inside. Then Yare, Quarter Share going forward. Zama Zephyr up behind horses at the moment. Limeway's well back in the field. Then Grecian Callaghan's having a real crack at him on the outside. Herbaceous working into the clear. Quarter Share down the outside. Montpellier Prince is coming. Quarter Share and Inaspace, they hit it. Montpellier Prince has won it by a head. Montpellier Prince tight second and third. Inaspace or Quarter Share.
Great finish there in the final event, and Goff really wielding the whip in style on Montpellier Prince. It was a well-deserved win because he raced 3 wide throughout and showed great courage. We'll show you the inside the 200 metres in slow motion, and you'll notice Goff in the yellowy colours and the orange cap going for the whip. On his outside is Quarter Share, and held on to score by a half neck from Inaspace. Look now at the double and treble information from Doomben yesterday, and the double numbers were... not this game again. Yes, here we are. 8 and 6, the double numbers, $744.90. Does nothing for my nerves, this. 8, 8 and 6, the treble numbers, $6,176.60. Picnic in the Park. He did it yesterday in Townsville. He broke the Australasian record of successive wins when he chalked up win number 20 in the Townsville Bulletin Sun Newspapers Association Stakes at Cluden. He raced a little erratically, but he was much, much too good for his opposition. He's got this little habit of running off the track. He won't be able to get away with that when he meets stronger opposition here in the city, but his city debut is now eagerly awaited. He's going to race in the north the next couple of weeks and then probably at the Gold Coast, and in about a month we should see him in Brisbane in a graduation event, and that's really going to pack them in.
Red
certainly
light
standing
flashing.
room only.
Racing now, Adios Pablo came out fairly, a couple missed it with Video Star, well back Microbite ready to rule, and Picnic in the Park began brilliantly. Adios Pablo led on, settling down by a length on Picnic in the Park, 4 lengths to Appetito. About 5 lengths away was Video Star under the whip already. They're followed by Microbite, well back Hale Shorty Air and ready to rule, whip them in.
600 metres to go. Adios Pablo led by a half length on the champion Picnic in the Park, who's cruising about so. The 8 lengths to Appetito, a similar break to Microbite, Hole Shorty here, and they're ready to rule in Video Star. But now the champion, given his head, it ranged up to take the lead from Adios Pablo as they straightened. Picnic in the Park, he slaps him 3 times down the shoulder. He's tending to run off the track, but he's 3 lengths in front of Adios Pablo. They're followed well back by Appetito. It's Picnic in the Park, 5, 6, 7 lengths in front. He's got them struggling. He's a champion, Picnic in the Park. He's racing away from them. He's going to win it by 7 lengths in the line. Second, Microbite. They're well back, Video Star. Regardless of the strength of his opposition, Picnic in the Park is a very, very smart galloper. 20 straight anyway is a good record, but it's going to be very interesting when he does come to the city, and that should be in about a month's time. That's the Brisbane. Really thrown the 3-year-old races in the autumn wide open. If Red Anchor's injury is as serious as it seems, he'll be out of the autumn and perhaps even the Brisbane winter. So I guess connections of the other 3-year-olds mightn't be too disappointed, but it certainly is a very big disappointment to race club officials that Red Anchor won't be there running in races like the Championship Stakes, the Derby and perhaps the Sydney Cup. But we hope it's only a minor setback and he can come to Brisbane, because he's going to be a real bonus for the Winter Carnival if he does get here, as Tommy Smith had originally planned. We have now the treble races from the Warwick Farm meeting yesterday, and the first leg was the 4th event, the Lockie Melville Handicap. It went to Malamba. She was well back to the home turn, ran on strongly to nab Jill Ray, who's racing outside the leader at this stage in the final 20 metres.
Behind those Boucher's Pride with Time, on the outside Lunar Light, then She's a Rocket, Regal Decree and Malamba. On the swing for Home Crown Treason, just lead from Jill Ray. A length Resource, Regal Decree, Bell to 2, trying to get into the open from Time, and She's a Rocket down the outer. Jill Ray's taken up the running at the 200. Resource on the outside, trying hard to pick her up, and now Malamba's getting into the open, and Malamba's flying with Regal Decree. Malamba after Jill Ray. I think she's finishing too well, Malamba, she is. And Malamba's beaten Jill Ray. Time or Regal Decree third.
5th event, the second leg of the treble, was the Expressway Stakes, and it went to Royal Troubadour. Good first up performance, but he just held on. Chimes Square would have grabbed him in another couple of bounds, and the favourite At Sea third. I thought his effort was better than it appeared on paper at sea. He was trapped wide most of the way, and he made up good ground in the final 200 metres. I think you should stick with him. But Royal Troubadour, third on the fence, goes on to score from Chimes Square.
Zoning and Premier Flight. At Sea lost about a half length coming to the corner, where the leader Rivage, a half-vein Carrioi, Pete's Choice third. Royal Troubadour doing it well, but can't get a crack at them from Chimes Square. At Sea pulling to the outside, in company with Premier Flight, Dinky Flyer and Zoning. Around the corner they come. Royal Troubadour's into the open. Rivage shows the way, but Royal Troubadour picks it up. At Sea doing nothing at the moment. Past the 200, Royal Troubadour shot away. Royal Troubadour 2 lengths on Rivage, followed by Chimes Square on the outside running on. Forget At Sea. Royal Troubadour still in front from Chimes Square, picking it up. Will it be too late? Yes! Royal Troubadour.
It was the Expressway Stakes, and the third leg of the Sydney treble was the Des Hoisted Handicap over 1,600 metres. Produced a thrilling finish, a great battle between Blue Regent and Super Duper. They went to the lead about the 250 metres mark. Blue Regent was headed by Super Duper, but fought back under desperate riding to score by a short neck.
The run around the corner, and Dandy Circle makes play. 3/4 the break on Blue Regent. Multi in third position. Behind them, Baby King, Lord Keeper. Here's Super Duper getting out, and he's throwing down the challenges to Blue Regent and Dandy Circle at the 200 metres, and Super Duper driven to the lead narrowly from Blue Regent, sticking with him. They've dropped Dandy Circle, forget Lord Keeper. It's Super Duper and Blue Regent. Super Duper a nose in front. The grey is kicking back Blue Regent. Super Duper, Blue Regent's outplugged Super Duper.
Courageous effort there by Blue Regent to fight back and score after being headed. A look now at the TAB information from the Warwick Farm meeting, and the double numbers, 4 and 2 paid $49. The treble, 6, 4 and 2 paid $260.90, while the extra double from Warwick Farm, 3 and 5 paid $28.50. On to the Caulfield meeting from Melbourne yesterday, and the first leg of the treble down there was the Sweps Cup over 1,600 metres, a sensation here at the Noble Pier, second past the post, was awarded the race on protest, and Sapphire Lad, after leading throughout, was relegated to second.
Sapphire Lad's the one to run down. He's 2 lengths to Smart Bid. Paname the outside. Noble Pier trying to get a run. Clovelly Bay pulled out wide, running on pretty well. Sapphire Lad clear. 2 into the straight. Noble Pier's got a rails run to go out after him. Sapphire Lad's left the rails, and they're followed by Smart Bid. It's Sapphire Lad hanging back onto the fence. He's gone across Noble Pier. Noble Pier Peer pulling to the outside again, but Sapphire Lad's easily holding him at bay. Noble Peer getting going again. Sapphire Lad about a half length in front from Noble Peer. 4 lengths away, third in the race then would be Smart Bid from Burleigh Bay.
The punters might have been cheering because Noble Peer was the favourite at 6-4, but it was a rather controversial decision by stewards there to uphold that protest. We'll show you the slow motion and you form your own opinion. I rather gather it would have been a hairline decision. Sapphire Lad drifting back towards the inside just hampered Noble Peer, but then he kicked away about 1.5 lengths. Noble Peer does make up ground on him from this point. White goes for the whip on the grey, but Sapphire Lad appears to have a little in reserve. Hands and heels to the wire. Here comes Noble Peer back on the inside, but stewards upheld the protest on the grounds of that interference about the 200-metre mark. Quite a sensational decision. Fifth event, the Oakley Plate and the shoe. Mel Shoemaker. What a marvellous effort this was. A lot of people have written him off in recent months. He had a bit of a setback around Christmas time, was off the scene in Sydney for some months, but boy, can he bounce back off the grass. A great ride on the New Zealander, Mr. Illusion, to come from second last in the first 50 metres. He weaves his way through the field, a well-timed burst in the straight, and then he just held off Feeling Fit. He was a shade unlucky, but Mr. Illusion, brownish colours, gets back to second last.
Beat on the inside and Razor Sharp showing a lot of speed, and Base Fee away well is up in front actually. Then came Bow Mistress and Richborg is there within the slot. They were followed further back in the field then by Daybreak Lover, Mighty Avenger going through on the inside from Showport, Feeling Fit. They were followed Super Saddles dropping out of it. Mr. Illusion well back with King Phoenix, West Mayo and Cardinals Fury and Beachavel last. 600 out down towards the turn and Pluviet, and in the slot a half length the Base Fee, one to Richborg, 1.5 lengths Mighty Avenger getting up on the inside, next followed by Razor Sharp and then Dark Rhythm to the outside, and they're followed by at the head of the others Richborg and Showport in the straight. Feeling Fit got a check there in the slot, joined by Richborg. Mighty Avenger getting a run between them from Base Fee, and here's Mr. Illusion from the clouds. It's Richborg in front, Mr. Illusion and Feeling Phoenix. Mr. Illusion put its head in front, King Phoenix on the outside and Feeling Fit, but Mr. Illusion's won the Oakley Plate. A half head to Feeling Fit, very close for third, King Phoenix or Showport.
And Mr. Illusion's performance underlines just how unlucky connections were that he did go amiss on the eve of the Rothmans 100,000 here in Doomben last July. I think he would have just about landed the prize there too, but big consolation to take out yesterday's Oakley Plate. Seventh event, the third leg of the treble, went to the Bart Cummings-trained Winged Keel, who landed some nice bets to firm from 13-2 to 9-2. Winged Keel third in a lovely position coming to the turn and was much too good for the leader, Violet Girl.
Way pull to the outside. They're followed by Cookie, Parade of Stars. Tristark's going to need all the luck in the world at the head of the rest. In the straight, Violet Girl took a narrow lead from Golden Revenue. Wing Keel third. They're clear from in fourth placing is Wade. Tristark Tristina trying to get through the field with Tri-Shell. Wing Keel swept to the lead from Violet Girl, Golden Revenue. Tri-Shell and Cookie running on fairly, but Wing Keel's going on to win it. Violet Girl is second. Close, very close for third here. Three of them in it, and they are Tri-Shell, Tristark and Cookie.
Decisive victory there to Winged Keel. A look now at the TAB information from Caulfield yesterday. Don't blink. 3 and 3, the double numbers, $36.80. Just as well, I've got a steady hand this morning. And the treble numbers, 4, 3 and 3, $103.60. And the extra double from Caulfield, 4 and 1, paid $111.60. Melbourne have a great performance by Let's Get Physical down there to win the Blue Diamond, and Vicha Val's.
Quickly Raymond, Bill Bangor running third and then Voyager, but Raymond Artist